You know that one place from your childhood they used to go to all the time, but nowadays just don't go anymore? You know, usually when you go to these places, you just feel a feeling of your childhood because it brings you back into a time that you're not in anymore. This usually happens with local places, you know, parks, stores, restaurants, you know, places that are very specific to the place you used to live. But I bet you none of you have had this with a nationwide gas station. But Circle K holds a special place in my heart. Let me explain. This was one of my first memories ever in my life. So it's kind of weird that it took place in a Circle K. What I remember is that I remember my dad driving up to a Circle K gas station and going into the red box, and he got a DVD of Kung Fu Panda. Now I lived in Tucson at the time, hence where this came from. So I didn't really think this was much, you know, it's a Circle K, they're everywhere in Arizona. Anyway, we went back home, watched it, and then I went to bed. And I remember having this dream, really weird dream, where I was in my house, but all the walls are gone. The foundation and the roof were still there, but everything else is gone. And you know, all the fixtures and furniture was all still there, but it's just the walls were gone. And I remember I was just watching the TV and I saw Kung Fu Panda, and acting like everything was fine because, you know, in your dream everything that's weird makes sense. This was one of my earliest memories, so it's had a big part in my life, and it's kind of crazy that it has to involve a Circle K. You know, that's kind of weird. Anyway, when I moved to Japan in 2010, Circle Ks were everywhere. I mean, just like Family Mart and 7-Eleven, it was just another convenience store that's everywhere. And there was this one Circle K close to my sister's old English class, and I remember we used to go in it every Saturday with our dad, and we used to get like food, you know, those like things on the shelves at the cashier register, the hot food, you know, like with the chicken and stuff. We used to get that. I can't remember exactly what I got, but it was like a skewer thing, and then it came with the sauce. And then we used to go there so frequently, like every Saturday, and since, you know, we were like probably the only white people to ever walk in there, the guy recognized us every time we came in. And then you could choose two different sauces. It was miso and then another one. I can't remember what it was. But I remember I used to always say the other one that wasn't miso, right? And then the guy would give it to me, and it got so frequent that we would come here that he knew that I wanted this one sauce. And I remember one time he was like, oh, so you want this one, right? I was like, no, I actually want miso. And he was like, or was it the opposite? Did I used to always get miso? I think it was actually, I used to get miso, but then I wanted to get the other sauce. It doesn't matter. And then I left Japan, so I didn't really see Circle K. There's not that many here in LA, so I didn't really see Circle K anymore. But when I went to visit Japan back in 2018, I wasn't really thinking about Circle K, right? So we kept driving around, you know, I was there for over a month. And then one day I realized something. My whole trip, I only saw like 2 Circle Ks. So then I asked my dad, why are there barely any Circle Ks? And then he told me, oh, Family Mart bought them out. All the Circle Ks are now becoming Family Marts. Now, I like to mention I'm still a teenager, so this is something that I've never really experienced. But I think most people in their adulthood can feel this feeling where a business from your childhood that you used to go to all the time is now gone, and you just feel sad. This usually happens with like local restaurants, you know, at your old hometown, and then people go back to their old hometown when they're grown up and then realize, oh wait, it's gone. There's this feeling of a kind of a gap because you realize the place you used to be at has now evolved into a different thing, and then it kind of has this empty void in you that like you can't experience this thing anymore. And that's what I thought, because Circle K was a very bright store, you know, it stood out from everything else. It was purple, so it was really sad to see them all gone. And when I visited the next year in 2019, I didn't even see a single one because all of them turned into a Family Mart. So this was really sad to see because I just grew up with Circle K, so I just was sad that something out of my childhood was gone. I remember how I said that guy who recognized us at the Circle K every week and then like gave me the exact same sauce. I always wonder, does he still work at the place, because it's now a Family Mart and he was pretty old, so you know, there's a chance he's dead. There's a chance that he moved on to a new place, he retired because the place is gone now. Well, it's not gone, but now it's a Family Mart, so you know. I wonder if he still does work there, and if he does, would he ever remember me? Like that one white Korean kid who was weird, and he was like, because you know, someone like me would stand out a lot in Japan, so I just wonder that. Anyway, thank you Circle K for giving me all these great memories that I'll probably never ever forget. Anyway, if you enjoyed this throwback of my childhood, please subscribe. I'm planning to make more videos like this, and if you guys enjoyed, please tell me, because if you don't, I won't make these videos. Anyway, I want to get to 1,000 subs, so if you could hit that subscribe button, it would be amazing, and I'll see you guys next week.